The thing we probably don't get is to dress like a child and
okay,
to
now
go around with a teddy bear. This is a very Japanese
so
thing,
cute.
and which
But
is completely
everybody's-
senseless. I mean, you have a teddy bear. It's also not so convenient.
I remember Samir told me before. Can you recognize your name, Samir?
Yeah.
What do you think in general? Why Chinese people or Chinese girls they trying to react very strange on the street with the boyfriend or anything?
I think you have a different social behavior also due to these pop icons and everything.
Mm-hmm.
If being attractive means being in the way children are sweet, very childish as well, many girls to be attractive will start
To behave like a children.
to behave like children.
And I want to behave like a children as well.
Yes,
It really depends on
It really depends on the person, but the fact is that this could be perceived as sweetness in the Eastern world, while in the West this is perceived as not being mature. We still, I think, now I'm talking really in general, but we still like sweetness, but a sweet woman can be sweet also without behaving childish.
The first aspect is that everybody want to be a child because being childish means you don't have pressure, you are happy every day.
Man as
I mean,
well,
in general,
probably.
so everybody wants to maintain because, like for example, you are sometimes like a. Oh no, I will cut this. Yeah, so not just like Chinese girls want to be a child. Like everybody
being
wants
playful like children.
Yeah.
This is the
the
Of
inner
course.
child.
Yeah,
But
that's
just
good.
the difference that he perceived is that why we behave like a child in the shopping mall.
Yeah. Like
Alright.
I think that the big difference is everybody, even if you're 80 years old and all over the world, unless you're really sad, want to have some moments in which you behave like a child, like you are
Yeah,
very
exactly.
playful, especially with your partner or with your friends. And this is part of human nature, and this means to have brain which is well working and who needs some relief, some time from the pressure, not always being serious and, and sad. So this is pretty normal. The thing we probably don't get is to dress like a child and
Okay,
to
now
go around with a teddy bear. This is a very Japanese
so
thing.
cute.
And which
But
is completely
everybody's-
senseless. I mean, you have a teddy bear. It's also not so convenient to be.
大家不要被
carried
内涵
around.
到，他只是在说外国人的观点嘛。他们觉得外国就是你背着一个泰迪熊会显得像一个小朋友，可能在他看来就叫屁同恋了，屁了。所以关于这一点，我一会儿再继续解释。
Yeah, so I think this is something like out of our culture, but being sweet and being also childish in some intimate moments, like with your friends, with your partner, is definitely something we have
So
as well.
now, from now on, we can specify our topic a little bit more.
Okay.
Like we are discussing the sweet girl and cute girl from their outfit, from
Okay.
their makeup,
Uh-huh.
not the personality inside.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, at this point, I would say that we are completely different from this
Yeah, of
point
course.
view. Because as you said and as you showed me, there is a huge trend of being dressed like children and look like children, while for us, almost no girls would like to present herself like this. This would be
Yeah.
a huge disadvantage for
You
her.
know, like every Chinese are celebrating the Children's Day, which is the International Children's Day.
Okay.
And when I told him, he doesn't even know what is the Children's Day.
Okay.
On the Children's Day, all the Chinese, they want to value their one day to become child, but they don't even know that. And I really had a lot of conversation, discussion with my foreigner friends. For example, when we were in the shopping mall, we tried to buy something, they said, oh, this thing looks so childish, I don't like it. Always like that. They don't want to buy anything looks childish. They think it's something very being ashamed.
Yes, for what concerns clothing. Especially girls, they still love all those cartoons, like teddy bears, soft stuff, cute stuff, because I think this is part of the,
Human nature.
like, you know, instinct. Girls will be mothers one day. They are designed to be mothers one day, so they like everything which is cute because they will
We
like
are just
their
talking about
babies.
in a biological point of view.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, not everyone will become a mother,
Yeah.
not every girl, but they are designed to become this. So
In general.
in general. So their brain, when they see something cute, kind of click and makes it like it. So they want to protect it, they want to cuddle it, whether it is a dog. Western girls like to have all
And
these
boys
little
like that as
things.
well. But they
Less.
just pretend they don't like, especially
Yes.
in front of their friends, their
In-
male friends.
In a different way, because as you said, like, what's the role of a man in China? To bring the money, not deal with kids. Also, biologically speaking, the man doesn't have so much to do with the children as the woman.
But they still will be attracted.
Less, because of course, like there are.
Will you?
Yeah, I am attracted, but I would never fulfill my room with teddy bears and pink things and little toys. I would be attracted to something else, but still, of course, if there is a cute dog, I would cuddle him. And I would be so happy, of course, this is normal.
So we dive into the sweet girl's case from America and China. So the Chinese case is of course Cindy Baby. Wang Xingling, her feature is mostly sweet, soft, and white. The white means the skin color, but not the white people or the yellow.
Okay.
甜加软加白，所以它的人设基本上就是一个坚强的小白兔 ，which is very cute. Target consumers of her is basically 宅男 but the real audience of her is basically everybody. Everybody loves her. The most typical example from Americans, of course, Britney Spears with any doll, because she's famous for that. Besides drugs, as we all know, the fans of Britney Spears, besides the straight white American guys or the straight white guys in general, and also the LGBTQ community for sure. 小甜甜嘛，她的人设基本上就是那种大胸性感，没有攻击性，无条件服从男性的安排那种，没有独立性的性感美女。这是我自己的总结。So from these two cases, we can definitely get into a general difference between the sweet girl that Chinese people like and the sweet girl Western people like.
Yeah.
But they have some characters in general for sure. For example, they do not against the man.
Yeah.
They listen to you. They follow your instructions.
Exactly. Man doesn't feel afraid of this kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
That might be the big thing, probably.
So now we dive into the real topic. So what is the reason behind? Where does this difference come from? We had a lot of critical thinking and we try to dive into the reason, but still it's just our own thinking. OK， 不要撕哦，只是我们个人观点，不要乱撕。欢迎大家来评论区找我们一块儿讨论。The first reason, of course, is the natural selection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you mean? In which sense?
Because Asia's beauty always look like that, while the beauty in the West do not look like that for sure. The people's feature is different originally. All the Asia, they look younger.
Okay, yeah.
And they do not look that mature.
So you mean that for Asians, being young and childish is more attractive because in general people look
like
younger, look like more like a kid for a longer period of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like you guys in middle school, for us it's like already 30.
Yeah, definitely. Especially girls, they develop way faster than men.
Yeah.
So like if you see a 13 years old man, he would still look like a very child. But if you see his classmate, which is a girl, you see that she's a fully developed girl. Also, mentally speaking, she's way more beyond. That might be the reason why.
In general, people will be attracted by the people with a certain feature and a certain. So in general, people will originally and naturally be attracted by a group of people who has the feature like this. When the feature being liked by the majority, and then it becomes the mainstream aesthetics for sure. Of course, the mainstream aesthetics is always changing along with the history.
Yeah.
But it's always selected by the majority.
Mm-hmm.
The cute girl like Cindy Baby has been selected by Asia people. Britney Spears has been selected by Western people in general. The second reason, which is one of the most important external factor, is because of politics reason. 一些政治敏感点 for China due to some historical reason, as we all know, 就像鸦片战争这一类的. You know, the beginning of the Second Second World War for China is because of the UK was selling drugs into China. Do you know that?
No.
You never know that from your history. No, but that is the truth, that is the fact. Because they cannot export too much their stuff into China. So for UK and other countries, they were always losing their money from the international trade with China.
Okay.
Because China can really get a lot of surplus, so they decided to export the drugs into China, which is something totally out of the norm. So due to this historical reason, do not shadow my light. If you like this, I don't have light on my face anymore. Okay.
Then you don't have eyelashes. Right?
那大家看他是不是没有眼睫毛？给大家看一下。Look at the camera to show my audience that you don't have the eyelashes.
I do have eyelashes, the double of yours.
Okay, I will. 我把这一段I was so confused inside of my brain. I don't know when to speak Chinese, when to speak.
我太难了。
所以对于中国来说，黄赌毒就是政治的最敏感的一些点，就是完全碰不得的，一碰就是大罪。所以对于黄这件事情，就是关于色情方面的东西，更多的是妓女和嫖娼这种东西。因为中国已经经历了一个非常黑暗的时期，很害怕再回到民国，还有民国之前那种妓女横行的时代。当时的中国人民解放军把大量的物资给了这些妓女们，但那个时候我们前线的战士他的物资也不够用。这件事情就足以证明中国人在尊重每一个人做人的权利，他们即便是也有权利被拯救，或者说被拉回一个正轨。所以说中国在那个时候付出了这么大的代价，才为每个妇女换到了一个平等的做人的权利。我知道现在我们 B 站呀，或者说各个地方有一种风气，就是很多年轻人在吹捧啊，色情交易不就是你情我愿的事情吗？一个想做，一个想给，那就去做嘛。但是这种所谓的支持嫖娼合法化的言论，我可以理解为它就是某一个层面的纯粹的无知，因为他们并不知道背后的历史原因。但是这些人，你说他们是很邪恶的人吗？也不是，他们并不是什么所谓的大恶，只是单纯的无知。但是我要强调一下，我们这里并不是在说什么性别不平等的问题啊，不要杠。你要想杠，直接把这个视频关掉。中国或者东亚确实很喜欢宣传这种在集体主义下的牺牲小我和民族大义，但每个国家每个文化的思想观念都不是一念之间形成的，而是在历史的催化下经历过无数次的自然选择的。我们作为一个的个体，也是从属于无数个的社会圈子的社会人，每个人都会有自己的身份认同。我们尊重任何人的选择和信仰，是我们作为一个人类最基本的选择。虽然允许任何思想形式的存在或许会有些难，但至少不要随意的批评谩骂。所以为什么我们要强烈坚决反对嫖娼的蔓延？大家可以去 B 站看一下别的 UP 主做的视频，顺便给大家推荐一个电影，叫做《姐姐妹妹站起来》。So about this, I was discussing with him about the collectivism and individualism, collectivism and individualism from Asia and West in general. We really want to promote the value that you have to sacrifice yourself to save the country, to save the value for all, sacrifice your own desire and everything. Especially a country like China and Japan.
I think it's pretty different. Like we consider, generally speaking, again, kind of nationalism not too good for the society, and we look more about a society which could help the single individuals to accomplish what they want to do, more than the single individual to do something for the society to accomplish a huge common.
Yeah, common. For example, movie in America, even those scientific movies for the like space, for the planet outside Earth, their driving force or their motivation is still to save the people that they love personally, like to save the daughter. Yeah. But for China, of course, in general, we want to save every people on the earth. It's our responsibility. But nothing's wrong on that.
Yeah, it's different perception of what the society should do for you and what you should do for the society. We expect more to be helped by the society. Chinese society is more about helping as an individual the society as much as possible. And probably that's why we have so many people not paying taxes and all of this, because...
So we can now dive into... Did you realize after I speak that paragraph of Chinese, my English become worse? Did you
It's normal.
Fuck!
Thank you.
So now we dive into the most sensitive politics point of America and the West in general. The first is about tax, and the second one is the child pornography, 就是偷税漏税和儿童色情。This is because of the historical reason as well. We will not discuss about the tax one. It's out of our topic today. For the pornography for children, first of all, it's because biologically and physically, the Westerners they look mature much younger than Asian people. Like after 15, they already exactly look like an adult.
Also 13 probably, for what concerns girls. Boys might take way more time, like 18, 20.
So the cute girl is probably directly equal to a K. 软妹就等于幼女。喜欢软妹就等于喜欢未成年，喜欢未成年就等于你是娉童恋，恋童癖 ，sorry， 恋童癖。
男吃口，我这大孝子。
The concept of the children's pornography is always sensitive. 美国人有的时候你打开电脑看一个幼女色情，就足够给你定罪关个10年了。这就是儿童。No, my Chinese is so bad and English so bad. Fuck.
别全知了。
恋童癖的定罪是要比这种所谓政治正确的黑人呀、女权呀这种甚至毒品还要更严重。大家足以看出来美国人心中是一个什么样的心态。所以呢，亚洲的软妹风在西方人来看，基本上全都是消费未成年。但是呢，这个时候大部分外国人他们出于一种政治正确的观念，他们可能不会开口说出来。总体来说，他们整体真的是挺伪君子的。西方文化骨子里面那种文明的虚伪，这个是实话实说，没有那种吹捧的意思。反正我本人每次跟外国人社交的时候也挺虚伪的，比如说跟他有的时候我也挺虚伪的。
觉得你懂得是句。
不过这就是社交嘛，即便是中国人跟中国人社交，有的时候还是需要一些虚伪。So about the fakeness of the Westerners in general, that I told you complain many times with you before. We will have another video on that next time because he doesn't agree on that. But
Of course, this is a very external vision. Like nobody can say we are fake. You, as an external individual coming, have this perception. As me, as a foreigner, might have kind of perception of China, which is not the perception you guys have of yourself. It's normal because this is the vision from the outside you are giving. I know that this is a big thing. Like, I mean, a lot of people talk about this in Asia, but for us, I don't know. I would not say that we perceive ourselves as fake people at all. It's just a different type of behavior.
所以我这里就给大家抛出来几个问题，直接。第一，为什么美国有那么多恋童癖相关的案件？为什么有那么多人想方设法的想要跟未成年人、青少年结婚？想想那些大名鼎鼎的一些事件，比如说萝莉航班、什么性舞蹈之类的，还有那些有权有势的总统、富豪，他们为什么喜欢做那些事情？为什么美国有那么多复杂而且成体系的未成年人保护法？但是针对类似于像种族歧视这种这么有争议性的话题，他们却没有什么实质性的法律。这个我就不多展开讲了，大家请把细思极恐打在屏幕上。第三点就是 P 站，大家应该都知道，不是 B 站是 P 站。我不知道大家有没有上过 P 站，反正我是上过。P 站上有一个分区，它就叫做老少恋，它基本上就是那种非常油腻的大叔和青少年的那种。当然也有很多大家熟知的类似于那种病娇少女的 cosplay 类型的，而且不管是日本的还是欧美的这种小片儿，基本上都是年轻貌美的女孩子配那种油腻邋遢的大叔。有些频道里面的男主是很帅的，但是他们会在自己的标题里面非常明确的标出我们的特色就是男主长得很帅。当然也有一些，虽然现在 P 站有一个专门的分区，好像是叫什么浪漫还是女性优选，但我点进去过，
那香不香？香不香？好不好吃？牛不牛逼？哎呀，越吃越牛逼，太牛了，太牛了！
它里面也是充斥着大量的很奇怪的东西，不尊重和物化女性的行为。下面一部分内容是付费禁区，少儿不宜哦。关于这个事情，具体的我就不说了，我们以后专门出一期视频来说一下。本支视频里面所有关于主流审美的话题，它只是主流，并不代表我本人就排斥其他的小众文化。我本身就是一个小众文化爱好者，我水瓶座，我能喜欢大众吗？最后 ，Let's all hope for the very best. Peace and love. Be kind. politics. The reaction from yesterday. What? She's sweet? No.
I don't think that is famous for being. I'm not so much into her.
Okay. Because the children's day.
OK， 如果大家喜欢这支视频的话，一定要给我疯狂的弹幕、评论、收藏、投币、点赞、理解、3连，下期再见，拜拜，爱你们哟，爱你。